I'm Josh Smith.
And I'm Sarah Diamond. New information surrounding the investigation of the General Mills fire just ahead.
Now, first tonight, one of the victims killed during a mass shooting inside a mall in Washington State, we found out today has ties to the Tri-Cities. The gunman, 20-year-old Arjan Satan, that is, was arrested Saturday night, nearly 24 hours after 5 people were shot and killed in a Macy's, and that's at the Cascade Mall in Burlington, Washington. 95-year-old Beatrice Dotson's among those who died after Satan opened fire. Dotson's daughter, Belinda Galdi, was a probation officer. She was just months from retirement. She also was shot and killed. News Channel 11 learned Dotson often traveled from her Kingsport home to visit her daughter in Seattle. Curtis McLeod spoke to Dotson's neighbors and friends who say they cannot believe the woman who joined them for Sunday services just last week is now gone.
Yeah, Josh, we spent some time in Beatrice Dotson's old neighborhood in Kingsport, speaking with neighbors and even a friend who says he's known her for 20 years.
This picture has been shared with millions across the country. 95-year-old Beatrice Dotson and her daughter Belinda both gunned down during a shooting at a mall in Burlington, Washington.
She was just a very, very special lady.
It's a picture forever etched in Frank Perner's mind. He has known Dotson for decades. He and his wife affectionately call her B.
You couldn't go in her home and sit down and talk with her and not leave without feeling a lot better.
Perner says Dotson lived next door to a rental property he owned on East Sevier Street in Kingsport. He still remembers their last conversation just months ago.
I talked with her. She had decided to move back to Seattle and live with one of her daughters.
Though thousands of miles away from Kingsport, friends say Dotson often visited, attending Sunday service at her church. Many of the people who knew Dotson from her old neighborhood are still too shaken to talk.
When it strikes home, then it becomes real.
Frank Perner says he'll never forget Beatrice Dotson, constantly reflecting on the many memories they've shared over the years. In Kingsport, Curtis McLeod, News Channel 11, in your corner.
Beatrice Dotson does have other family members living in Washington State. Plans for a memorial service for Dotson and her daughter have not yet been made public.